Okay, like I was talking about earlier, this wing set was something that we started running, okay? Something a lot of teams in the Pac-10 were doing, and it fit our personnel well, okay? This guy right here was a true freshman tight end for us, really a talented guy. Just to kind of give you, we were young offensively. This guy was a true freshman. This guy was a true freshman. Right guard was a freshman. This guy was a freshman. The guy that played here a lot of times was a freshman. So we were pretty young on offense. But the good thing was they're pretty good players. You know, I think we got a chance. The back ended up being a good player, and this tight end I think has a chance to be a special guy. This wing set ended up being good for us, okay? And what we could do out of this was we ran a lot of split zone, okay? So we'd run 34 zone here, all right, and bring him back, full zone everybody across, bring him back to kick out this guy and look to cut it back, okay? Which we called it 34H back. That was a good run play for us, all right? And again, nothing groundbreaking. I mean, that's not anything that's any big deal, okay? Ran the stretch out of this set, which I think is a great way to run stretch, and ran inside zone here. Motioned him around, sometimes ran ISO, ran some different things with our H as well, and then motioned him sometimes to a balance set, okay? And really, that's all we did out of this set from a run game standpoint. But again, it was pretty good stuff for us, really simple, and gave us a chance to get the ball down the field, all right? What we had done against these guys is we'd run the ball a bunch out of here. I believe we had a 2nd and 4, I think is what this was, if I'm not mistaken. And we wanted to try to take a shot and to get the ball down the field. All right, so we're just going to full zone it. We're going to leave him in for any blitz. And then we're going to try to run basically double post here. Okay, and what our quarterback is going to do is he's going to read off this free safety here. Okay, our inside receiver is going to run a post, and we tell him, you try to track the free safety. All right, so he's going to release here. We'd like for him to try to release a little cleaner and then try to get all the way backside here, all right, down the back hash and end up down here between the back hash and the bottom in the numbers here, okay? What we're going to do here is we're going to try to stem him for width and run him on a 7-step post, okay? And then our quarterback's going to read off the free safety. And again, what it is for us, it's just a throw that we're good at. I mean, our guy can throw this ball down the field and let the receiver run underneath it. Okay? One more time. Again, surprised the thing worked because he got jammed up a lot more than he should have. We want him to try to go over the top of this guy and then get flat. But anyway, that was a good little concept for us. Again, very simple. All we did was slide the line, leave the backside wing in, and run double post and throw off the free safety. Pretty basic concept. All right. Here's another thing that we did that probably more than anything else is out of the gun, we run a lot of what we call our base play, okay, which is a draw play out of the gun. And what we do with that is we're going to pull, we're going to block back here, we're going to pull the guard around, all right, and we're going to fold it basically, and the guard's going to block this backside backer, all right. So what we did is we ran the same thing. We got in the gun, played with a tight end. We felt like we had a better chance to get safeties down with a tight end, okay? If he's flexed, you're going to get this safety back to the level of this safety, all right? People want to have him down to support the run, all right? So putting this big guy here would get the safety down a little bit, give us a little bit more of a run action, and all we were going to do is make a quick fake, all right? Our quarterback was going to flash the ball, set his feet, throw. What we're going to do is we're going to run a hitch outside and 2 verticals. Okay, again, pretty simple concept, doesn't get any easier than that. And what this is the same way that we run 66, which is a hitch for us. Everybody's doing the same thing. Okay, so all we did, we just called this pop 30. All right, the pop told the offensive lineman they're going to fake 30 and told these guys they're running 66. All right. And this is all we're trying to do right here. Get the linebacker to take a step up, get the safety to come down and support the run, and try to pop it right over the top of the linebacker, right underneath the safety. Okay, if we got one high, all right, if we got one high, then we told our quarterback to do what he always does with two verticals, read off the free, look the guy off, and throw opposite the safety. All right? So it became a really good little play for us, very simple. And again, we didn't have to teach anybody anything different, okay, because we already ran 30. Our offensive lineman basically blocked 30. Our receivers already ran verticals inside, and our receivers already ran hitches outside. So nobody had to learn anything new. Okay, you see here, our center is going to block back on the one. He's going to loop the guard around, and that always makes that linebacker step up. He sees that action, because again, we run that play a lot. So he sees the action of the center blocking back, the guard pulling around, and it'll really pull those linebackers up. All right, here's the same play. Again, we were running a lot of zone out of too tight. All right, so we want to do the same thing. Okay, run two verticals here. All right, run hitches outside, do a fake, pull a lineman, try to get these guys to step up. And again, for us, big sets, we're pretty heavy run tendency, you know, when we get in those big sets. Okay, again, had a true freshman tied in, and he'll learn, you know, he needs to release and widen a little bit to keep from getting involved in that backside safety. But again, really simple concept, doesn't get any simpler than this. See how the linebackers step up when they see the guard fold? These guys are seeing that guard action, they're stepping up, just throwing over the top of the linebackers underneath the safeties. Okay, different set here. Okay, basically everybody's doing the same thing they always do, except now we're doing it out of the eye. All right, hitches or verticals here, okay. Tight end up the seam, and I think we ran verticals outside here. I don't know if he ran a hitch because the guy's off. No, went ahead and ran verticals, okay. Again, all we're doing is faking lead action here. Okay, again, trying to get the safety to step up. And we got what we want right here. Okay, we got the safety down. We got a chance to get it down the field. Yeah, he is. Tight end's open, and the outside guy's open as well.
Is that his primary look, the quarterback?
Really, it's a tight end.
I know.
What he saw,
I can't tell where
yeah, what he saw, I guarantee what he saw was press coverage here and knew that it was going to be one high and just said, okay, I'm going to throw off the free. Yeah, I'm just going to throw off the free. If the free's going to work here and it's pressed, then I'm going to get it out here to Z. That's our best receiver here. It's Mike Thomas, was an all Pac-10 guy. And so he's going to look at Mike first on a lot of things. That's what I've learned about coaching quarterbacks is, you know, you teach them all these reads. You spend all this time talking to them about throw to this guy when this guy does this, throw to this guy when this guy does this. And what you learn is when you come back and you say, well, why did you throw it to him? He says, well, I don't know, he's our best player. And my answer is always like, well, keep doing that. You know, that's smart. I need to call more plays that way. And so that's the deal. You know, when I was at Texas Tech, it was, well, because that guy's my roommate. All right? We'll keep doing it. Okay, again, look back to the wing set here. Now a little bit of motion off the wing, okay? What we had done is we had started moving our fullback around. We had done it for about 2 games, and you know, moving our fullback around to create some different sets, running the ball out of different things. But we hadn't thrown any play action off of that. So finally we said, okay, we'll move the fullback around That's a big run tell for us, and we'll throw play action. And again, when we get in this wing set, look at where this safety aligns, okay? You're always going to see this safety down more, again, because we ran the ball just enough over on the stretch and on the zone play to that side where they want to get him down in the fit pretty quickly, okay? So we felt like if we could get him in the fit down here a little bit, hold him slightly with a little play action pass, maybe we could chance to get the ball over the top. So look at those linebackers. Tell me those guys aren't playing run. And for us, when we couldn't execute worth a damn. And so for us, being new and having a lot of young guys, you know, we don't have to execute very well when you get guys open like that, okay? And that was something that really helped us, gave us a chance to win some games, was when we were struggling for execution. Just the timing involved in throwing the ball like we were throwing it. There's a lot of timing, a lot of growth, a lot of guys trying to get on the same page, and this gave us a chance to complete some cheap passes, a lot like this. You know, things that were just easy to complete, and a chance for some big plays.
Why are they coming so hard on your run? Had you run it?
Yeah, we've been running the ball a lot. Like I said,
The game is
this is fairly early actually.
and you had pounded on it a little. I mean, they're flying.
Yeah. Well, and again, for us, we had never moved the fullback and ran the ball. You know what I mean? This was a complete run tell for us. We had played 2 or 3 games where we had moved him around like this, and we had never thrown a pass one time. So I think, you know, just
They're selling out every single guy.
yeah.
Safety's nuts.
Your outside guys are running hitches?
Yeah, we run hitches outside a lot of times. Hitches or fades, depending on what we think we're going to see coverage-wise. Typically it's hitches, but sometimes it'll be fades. And what that did, the hitches gave us a chance if for whatever reason everybody bailed out. You know, they showed press and bailed out, we could throw a hitch and complete it.
Hey, Coach, you said you like running it when you, like it's 3rd and 2 and you got a 4th down coming up or a situation. Do you sometimes just consciously set it up to run a play action, or is this more so just situation?
Yeah, no, you do. I think what you do sometimes, at least for me, and again, this is something that's really new for me. I don't have a ton of experience with this. Is, you know, I think it all depends on who you're playing and what you think you're capable of doing. You know, if you're playing somebody, you know, that you think you're better than, you know, you can run it a little bit, you know, then to me, you know, you'll run it more, and you're really not trying to set something up, okay? When we were playing USC, a team that we knew was really good defensively, and it was going to be hard to move the ball consistently against them. So that game became a game where, okay, we're going to be patient, we're going to set some stuff up to try to give us a chance to make a big play. And so I think it really just depends on who you're playing and kind of what your philosophy is as far as how you're going to be able to move the football going into that game. You know, and I think that's the thing is when we played USC, you know, we were a team that was a spread team and throwing it all around. When we played USC, you know, we were in a lot of 2-backs, and what we were trying to do is shorten the game a little bit because we couldn't stand up enough against their pass rush to drop back and throw it 50 times. So in that game, we were a lot of 2-backs. Our passes were control passes, and we were trying to complete a lot of balls, not getting much down the field, especially early in the game. And the reason why is we just couldn't protect, you know. And so we were trying to run a lot of screens, a lot of quick game, run the ball a lot, and then all of a sudden try to set some things up to take some shots down the field in the second half. And we actually ran our pop pass against those guys. We were ahead in the 4th quarter. We ran a pop pass on 3rd and 2, and they bailed everybody out, grabbed our tight end. We threw the hitch outside, and we were about on the 20-yard line. And I think we were up, 13-10, and our receiver dropped the pass. And it was a chance where, you know, we're going to get a first down. We're probably going to be inside the 15, maybe inside the 10-yard line, try to kick a field goal and miss the field goal. So it came down to a deal where, again, we had been working a long time to try to set the pop pass up. The guys were getting in the box. Well, they kind of duped us a little bit, but that's why we had the hitch on. The safety ended up kind of bailing out of there and staying deep. We threw the hitch, and our receiver dropped it. And felt like if he'd have caught it, we had a chance to win the game. But I think to answer your question, it just depends. You know, I think it varies from week to week. But we did, against certain people, try to set some things up, yeah. And against other people, we didn't feel like we could execute it well enough where we didn't necessarily need to do that. Okay, here's the wing set again. Okay, we're going to motion him again. Going to run the same play again, believe it or not. Okay, and you can see it's different every time. All right, now the safety's deep. All right, they said, okay, we bid on that one time. We're going to be 2 safeties here. We're not making that same mistake. We felt like if the safety is wide like he is, even get the linebackers to step up a little bit, we could still get him inside the safety and got a chance to complete the ball. All right, so that's the thing that I like about this is in our offense, this guy's been taught how to run 4 verticals over and over and over and over and over again. All right, so he knows what to do when the safety's wide. He knows what to do when there's 1 safety. Now, he doesn't always do it, all right, but he knows what he's supposed to do in those different situations. And that's why we have all those reps invested in 4 verticals. That's why this became a natural play for us because we're not teaching him anything new. And we're really honestly not teaching our quarterback anything new, all right? And so we could execute it against different looks without necessarily having to practice it against different looks because they have all those reps invested in the 4 verticals, all right? So that's why I think it's critical to try to take a concept that already exists, something that you're already good at, and then build a little play action around it. So here's a little bit of the stuff, the unbalanced stuff. You know, we were going to put 2 receivers on a side, and we did that with a back with 2 guys over here, did some different things. All this is double tight with the flip set here. Okay, UCLA was a team that played very aggressively. The guys really did a good job stepping up and playing run. And so for us, you know, same thing. UCLA was a team we felt like we needed to set some of this stuff up against. Okay, so I think this has been a deal we'd gotten in this set. We'd run zone twice out of this set, and prior to this, and now we felt like okay, we're going to try to take a shot here, getting this set. I believe this was a 3rd and short here, if I'm not mistaken, and. No, I think this is actually a 1st and goal. This is actually a 1st and goal. I think we'd gotten the ball down here successfully, run it a couple of times, and it's 1st down. We felt like, okay, let's take a shot here on 1st down. All right, so all we're going to do is try to fake the zone, okay, try to get these guys to step up, and then we're going to try to set him up a little bit and throw to the grass right here, okay? And when we talk to our players all the time, our receivers and our quarterbacks, that's one thing we spend a lot of time talking about is grass. Where is the grass? Get the ball to the grass, okay? So right here, our quarterback, he knows right now, all right, I've got a run fake here, all right? Where's a big patch of grass? Right here. Okay, there's a big patch of grass right here. So if I can get this linebacker to step up, I know this guy has got to be able to set him up and beat him across his face. So I know right now that that's a pretty good place to try to throw the ball, all right, pre-snap. And again, it's that simple. We see so many different coverages. And a lot of them, I don't even know what they are. You know what I mean? I mean, there's just, and you guys see the same thing. I mean, football's gotten so advanced. Best story I can think of, one year when I was at Texas Tech, we played Texas A&M.